Hello, today we're going to briefly talk about creating a general skeleton outline for your speech. We're going to talk about quick engagement strategies for your introduction, a thematic statement, and then we're going to talk about how to close. So, quick engagement strategies. This is for your introduction because you only have about 5 to 10 seconds at the beginning of your speech before the audience decides that they're going to A, pay attention, or B, stare at their phones or stare out into space, so you got to grab them fast. Some of these engagement strategies are bringing the audience up. Now, this is dependent on who your audience is, what your topic is. If this is a work presentation, I don't suggest this. So you really have to know your audience in this situation, but it is a literal way to get your audience engaged. Another way is to ask questions. Make them think. Make sure these questions are relatable and that they can be universal, and you're not asking kindergartners something about quantum physics. Again, this is another area where you really have to know your audience. And the last quick engagement technique is telling an antidote or a story. Make sure it is an interesting story. Make sure it's a story you know well. Make sure it needs to be an entertaining story. Hopefully you can get some laughs. And when you think about what quick engagement technique you want to engage, make sure you A, know your audience, and B, know your audience. That's the most important part of choosing your quick engagement strategy. Next, I want to talk about your thematic statement. That's going to come at the end of your introduction. So this is something that I used in the beginning of this video. It is something that's very important, especially when you're speaking to adults. You want to tell them what you're going to say it, and then tell them what you said. Your thematic statement is when you're going to tell them what you want to say. So you're going to list your topic, and you're going to state your 2 to 3 concept points, and that's it. So let's say I'm talking about making muffins. So making blueberry muffins are great. All you need are great ingredients, great utensils, and a lot of time and love. My topic is blueberry muffins. My concept points are great ingredients, great utensils, time, and love. So throughout my speech, my first section is going to be on great ingredients. My second section is going to be on great utensils. And my third section is going to be on time and love. And I'm going to introduce each section. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to talk about at the beginning of each section. And this brings us to our closing, which your closing is going to start with your thematic statement. This is the tell them what you said part of the tell them what you're going to say it, tell them what you said. This is so important as far as retention. This is going to help your speech stick in the audience's mind. This is going to help the most important parts of your speech stick in your audience's mind so they take something with them when they leave. So the thematic statement is the beginning of your conclusion. Then you're going to bring in your final thoughts on your speech, and you're going to end it with a wow statement. And by a wow statement, you can have a great quote, you can have an amazing fact, you can have another anecdote or story. It's just something that really has to leave an impression on the audience's mind. And that's it for a quick, brief lesson on a great and loose outline skeleton for writing a speech.